Prince Harry and Meghan Markle simply warned, of course, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and apparently he didn't take any heed. So this continues as ever. Let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you in the very depths of London's underground right now. The reason why I'm here, obviously travelling, but the other side of it is now we've got torrential rain. So you know what... You know what it's like when it comes to this time of year. If you're a regular with me on this channel, we have to find new ways of keeping warm first and foremost, and more importantly, not getting drenched while reporting. You know what it's like. Something else actually I wanted to share with you. This is a little bit sad in my opinion, because over here in the United Kingdom, oh sorry, we haven't had a wave, Bobby. Nice to see you. Welcome one and all as ever. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me. A little bit chilly actually coming out of that tube. But no, what's interesting here, you may just see this particular picture. Apparently up and down the United Kingdom now, we're going to have lots of pubs taking out their signs for the Duke of York. Now, you might say this is a publicity coup and all that sort of stuff, and it is in many respects, but it's a very sad state of affairs, isn't it? And I think also, does really anybody put that in line to the former royal known as Prince Andrew? I'm not quite sure. But of course, if it gets you talked about, and pubs, of course, are now closing at the rate of knots, it's not easy, is it? And there lies your problem. This is what happens when a scandal comes your way at a big ferocious moment. You know what I'm saying? The interesting bit also now, when you think about it, is particularly this story regarding the two fighting still ex-brothers, of course. And as I famously pointed out a couple of days back, to remind you, if you think about it, His Majesty the King famously said, didn't he, "Don't make my final years difficult ones." Boy, they've not listened, have they? If you remember a couple of weeks back now, this was, I think, really revealing as to exactly the mindset of the Sussexes. And this is simply because, if you remember, Prince Harry, just prior to him coming back over here to the United Kingdom, offered to share his diary. Now, as I said at the time, a diary of what? What does he actually get up to, apart from wandering around holding Meghan Markle's hand? But Harry felt, of course, that he was powerful, and the idea behind this was the rhetoric behind that new company, you know, the disruptors, all that sort of stuff is, look, you be the bigger person, you offer to share your diary, and consequently then there won't be any clashes for media front pages, talking points, etc. Now, over the last week, of course, what you've seen is a very busy Prince and Princess of Wales, and of course His Majesty the King. And Harry, and more in particular Meghan Markle, believe that while they're doing their own publicity drives, with Meghan popping up ill-advised in Paris, of course, no doubt triggering Prince Harry with that rather distasteful Diana ride, and also just various other things, picking up yet another humanitarian award, you get the picture. Apparently Harry and Meghan felt that this, could have been alleviated, you know, there was going to be no problems. According to the source, and this is a person who works inside the camp with Harry and Meghan, they were absolutely disgusted by the fact that nobody took up this particular offer. And so consequently, when you see Catherine, say, and William going out baking things or trying to raise awareness of their many charitable events, there you've got Meghan Markle entering a hotel, leaving a hotel, putting on a lipstick on her social media, you know, the sort of thing, looking basically for attention. Now, according to the palace, you know, why would they want to share their diary with celebrities? And they're being kind. And this is from an excellent source. And it is, in fact, a valid point, isn't it? Why on earth would anybody want to share their diaries? Apparently, according to Harry, this he felt was one of the final things that he could offer in advance, just before settling down and having that oh-so-secret, very short meeting with His Majesty the King, his father, who he hadn't seen in such a long time. The bottom line is, of course, this is truly backfiring. If Meghan Markle thought the twerking video was getting bad press, well, then the Diana's sort of, debacle, to put it nicely, is creating even further inroads into the apparent areas that she wanted to make inroads in, i.e. the world of Hollywood and the beauty market in itself. Nonetheless, Harry believes that if they'd have, come to some sort of conclusion as adults, as brothers, then all of this would never have had to happen. Who do you believe, and whose side do you take? As ever, I would love to know. Neil Sean in the very heart of London's underground.